For our self-experiment project, Anne-Marie and I decided to spend the 7 days pushing ourselves and experimenting in different art styles, mediums, and techniques. Okay, so for day 1, we went to Rayleigh's, also known as Boba, yes, whatever you want to call it. We tried going, and then we realized that we couldn't finish our still life in time, so we had to do it asynchronously at our homes. And then there's a montage of us doing it like really quickly, sped up. And yeah, this whole point of the still life is to just understand the principles of drawing better. I did a contour type of still life where you just use like solid lines mainly, not really that many values. But in contrast, Anne-Marie used a pencil which has more values and shading. This is day 2 canvas switching. So I don't know if y'all know the trend, but on social media there would be 2 artists or 2 friends, and they'd periodically switch canvases as like a collaborative effort to display their different art styles and how like they add their own style in a certain composition. And every 30 minutes we switched the canvas, and Anne-Marie came over to my house, and it sounds like a lot, like 30 minutes sound like a lot, but when it comes to painting, it's really not that much. So our work wasn't the best, but it's what we had given the time frame. Day 3 portraiture. So I really like painting faces, and that's famously what I like to do. And Anne-Marie is more of a charcoal or drawing type, and she actually did a really good job. So for my portrait, I wanted to do this cute little picture from senior sunrise of all my friends. You may recognize them. It's Theresa, Akshita, Maria, Michaela, and Anne-Maria. And I just thought it was like sentimental. And then Anne-Maria said that was like a relative of hers that she drew. Day 4, doodle from a prompt. So I used a random word generator, and it gave us 2 words, and we had to just do whatever we could with those words. Anne-Maria got study deer, and she did this adorable little illustration of a deer reading a book, sitting in a chair, kind of studying, wearing glasses. I thought it was absolutely adorable. And then for me, I got approval in lunch. I really just didn't know what to do for this, so I just drew cute food that I would eat, and I made it more of a cartoonish doodling kind of style, which I normally don't do, but it was quite refreshing to change it up. Okay, day 5, sculpture. I am not a big sculpture person. I think it's really intimidating since it requires a lot of design and planning. So Anne-Marie and I kind of talked this out because we both didn't know what we were doing, and we decided on the concept of trees because we had just, like at my house, we had random branches. So Anne-Marie had a different concept where she would put tape around the tree branches and then go over with clay to get a more realistic type. And then I decided to use this malleable wire to create this tree, and I showed the method of how I twisted the wire to create that effect. Day 6, reinterpretation, was inspired by my AP art class that I took last year, where we found historical art pieces and we kind of made it our own by either studying the methods of how the artists approached the study in terms of technical skill, and also how the artist's intentions were displayed. Anne-Marie took more of the approach for a technical skill way for the a girl with the pearl earring, and it's used across media. And for me personally, I use the two Fridas to reflect my dual cultural identity. Day 7 was mixed media, which is definitely the hardest prompt because we have to use multiple mediums to create one art piece. Andrea did this stunning still life with an apple and a pear using oil pastels, chalk pastels, and color pencils, which creates a really interesting texture for a drawing. And then I did a more sculptural piece to challenge myself, and it's basically about me being bubbled in my own cozy world, and then the outside shows reality. Also, I stole Anne-Maria's trees to use it for the background.
This project has been an incredibly fun and rewarding experience for the both of us. Over the past week, we explored different art styles, pushed our creative boundaries, and rediscovered our love for creating. One of the biggest takeaways was realizing that art isn't about perfection, rather it's about expression, growth, and enjoyment. There were several challenges like time constraints and moments of self-doubt, but those struggles only made the process more meaningful. With limited time, we learned to appreciate our art even when it wasn't exactly how we envisioned it. Some pieces took hours to complete, making us realize how much patience and effort goes into art, and to create something meaningful. At times it was tiring, and after continuously drawing, our hands started to hurt. But even then, we fully enjoyed every moment. Despite the challenges, the process itself was enjoyable and reminded us how peaceful and freeing art can be. Working together made everything even more exciting as we got to share ideas, learn from each other, experiment with new techniques, and challenge ourselves in different ways. And for me personally, after years of not actively drawing, this project helped bring back the memories of how much I used to enjoy and love creating art. It reminded me how much fun it was to experiment, express myself, and just let the creativity flow. Now, I hope to continue doing art whenever I get the chance, even if it's just here and there, because it's such a calming and relaxing way to unwind. Overall, this project helped us grow as artists, appreciate creativity, and enjoy the experience of making art, no matter the outcome.
Hi, this is Sandhya's mom. Sandhya and Anne-Maria had a great time getting together to do the English assignment. They did some painting on canvas.
Switching canvases.
And Sandhya seems to develop some interest in basic sketches and drawing. And she's been spending a lot of time painting. Now I see a trend. There is a change. And it was nice to see them spend time together.
Okay, thank you, Amma.